Alright, YouTube, what's the deal? It's your boy Tank Be Chopping, and I'm coming at y'all with another video. What we finna do on this video is not necessarily a haircut tutorial, but I'm doing this video to basically talk about the absolute alpha from STYLECRAFT. Now, I got this clipper last, I wanna say it was Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure when I got it, but I got this clipper, last week. And this is actually the first haircut I did with it. Okay, I did get it on Friday, now I'm remembering. But I got it on Friday, and this is the first haircut I did with it after I let it charge. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing. We're gonna be going over this clipper. I'm gonna let y'all know what I feel about it, and I'm gonna let y'all know what I did on this haircut with that clipper. So as y'all can see right now, basically I'm putting in my bald guideline. I am using the STYLECRAFT hitters. I'm just balding them out, getting everything ready for that bald fade. So I did pre-cut the top. The top was already trimmed down. The top of his hair is still a little damp, but it's all good because we're using this new clipper. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to the actual clipper. So when I first got the clipper, I looked at it, and it's a well-rounded clipper. Like it looks pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not as small as the Ergo. Well, I guess lengthwise it's smaller than the Ergo, but it's a little thicker, but that's okay. It still fits in your hand, pretty good. I still like the way it feels. I like it a lot because the lever on the side, it's a clicky lever. It's got the notches on it, and it's like super extra clicky. Like if you have one, you know exactly what I mean. You start opening and closing that, and it makes a real loud click noise. And I actually like that. Everyone's, some of my clients were like, hey, what is that? Why is your clipper making that noise? Or what noise is that making? And I was showing them, like, oh man, that's pretty cool. That you got those little notches on there, and it clicks every time you open it or close it. Now, me personally, I really enjoy that. I really like that. There might be some people who don't like that, but I do. So this clipper does come with a fade blade on it. So that's what I'm using in this bald fade right here. I got my lever all the way open. I came up about 3/4 of an inch to an inch, and I'm just taking out that line by closing my lever and fading downward. So one thing I will say about this clipper that I really enjoyed, or that I really liked, is that the wall premium guards fit on it. So if you have a set of wall guards or Babyliss guards, or even the other guards from STYLECRAFT or Gamma, it's the same exact guard. So that's good because most of my clippers use those guards. So that's a plus from the jump. When I opened up the box on these clippers, it did come with another blade. It had like a gold moving blade, and I didn't know what that was for. But, I looked it up, and basically you can use that blade when you want to do the Filthy Blends mod, and if you wanted to put your Andis blade on it. So that's actually what I ended up doing, not on this haircut, but my clipper now has the Andis blade on it, and I'm using my purple magnetic guards. But anyways, let's talk about this haircut and what we're doing here with this clipper as is out of the box. So as you can see, I have my one guard on there, and my lever is open, and I'm coming up another section, and I'm flicking out. I'm gonna close that clipper and just do the same exact steps that I normally do when it comes to fading. So if you have the Ergo, or if you have any other premium clippers and you turn those on, and then if you turn these on right after that, you will notice that these don't feel as strong. You know what I'm saying? Like they just feel like they're not gonna be that powerful, but they are really powerful. Like I use this clipper all day after I charged it, and it was cutting down the hair pretty nice. Like, I don't think it got snagged or it didn't pull anybody's hair not once that day. It cuts through wet hair pretty good. You will see it later on in this video. I did some clipper over comb work, and it worked pretty good. Like I like to put my clipper to the test, like with everything. Like I like to cut down bulk. I like to bald people out with it. I like to cut wet hair, dry hair, clipper over comb. I try to do everything I possibly can to make sure that this clipper is gonna be a good clipper for me. And as of right now, I really like it. I really enjoyed cutting with this clipper. As you can see, this fade is already coming out pretty good. I felt pretty fluent with it when I picked it up and started using it. It wasn't a big transition because, like I said, it uses the same guard as my other clipper, so it's pretty easy. And like I was saying earlier, those notches, man, that's a big plus. Like it makes it so much easier. And I think if you're a beginning barber and you're trying to find a good clipper, this will probably be the one for you, just because it has those notches and those clicky levers, and it's just really loud, and it's real, it's just easier to use, and it's just easier to adjust and to see what you're doing with that lever. So I had people asking me about runtime on this on Instagram. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. The fact that it has the stand, I don't ever have to worry about it uncharging because I just put it on the stand when I'm not working it. But as you can see, what I'm doing here now is I'm actually doing some slight detail work. I have that number one guard on there again. I'm just fading down now. So he used to get the part put in his head, but he no longer does that. But we really don't connect this side of the fade to the top of his hair. So as you can see, it goes from like a 2, and then he has the longer hair on top. But that's not an issue because we comb that over anyway. So it already looks pretty faded in. So we just want to get this part of that fade nice and trimmed down and just make sure it looks blurry. So I don't remember if y'all watched, I'm not sure if y'all watched my video that I did with the ergos from Gamma, and I was telling y'all that it kind of felt like I was trying to be super safe with the clipper because it felt too sharp. Now this one doesn't have that same feel. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be too sharp of a clipper, although it does cut well, but it just doesn't feel like you're gonna mess up and like scalp somebody. Now I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying that it doesn't feel like you will. But I really liked it when it came to taking down this bald line. I really enjoyed it when it was knocking down bulk. I think it's a good clipper. As of right now, it's a go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's working really good for me. And as you can see, I'm just taking out that bald line with my trimmer. So as y'all can see, I'm just lining them up. Now, I wasn't gonna record this part because I was just gonna do like an initial review and my first impression of the clipper, but I went ahead and threw this index. I was like, you know what? It's gonna be a hybrid haircut tutorial / first impression type deal. So as y'all can see, I'm lining them up, making them look nice. And some FYI, it was actually his birthday on this day that he's getting this haircut. So if y'all know me, I do free haircuts on your birthday. So this was a free cut for him. And I just recorded it for some content, put these clippers to use. And yeah, I think, you know, it worked out for both of us. So here is my number 2 guard. I'm debulking that side. And I'm making sure I'm flicking out towards that parietal ridge. And here's my number 4 guard going up a little higher. And basically just tying this together, that 4 to the 2. And then I'm gonna fade the bottom part of this haircut in. And then I'm gonna go back over the end with some clipper over comb. So here is me with my lever all the way open. Coming up about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Make that next guideline in, and then I'm gonna take that bottom line out by adjusting my lever closed. Another thing I do want to say about this clipper is it is a really good clipper for the price. I think I paid like $120 or $115 for this clipper, and that is super cheap for a cordless clipper. And the fact that it works really well is a plus. So you know, it's a good clipper so far. Like, I really enjoy it. I enjoy using it. Just check out the way that fade's gonna come together. Like, I got my number 1 guard on there now. My lever's open. Coming up another section, I'm gonna fade that down. And then the good thing about this clipper also is it comes with those lids. Like, you can change these lids almost every day if you like. I actually did change mine. I started off with this nice blue. I'm probably gonna go back to the blue though, but right now I got the hot pink on there. So here's my 1.5 guard. Lever is open, and I'm coming up to about that parietal ridge, and I'm flicking out, trying to make sure this fades into the number 2 guard that I did earlier. That way I don't do too much work. So if it still leaves the line, I will go ahead and tap that with my number 2 guard, just to make sure everything is blended in nicely. And right now I'm just doing some detail work, knocking down some of them dark areas with my number 1 guard. So now here is that number 2, and as you can see, I'm just gliding this clipper up and out, and we just taking off that hair, making it look nice. Here's my 1/16, one of my detailing guards, making sure I knock that bottom line out, making sure this blend pops, and make sure this looks blurry. So I did want to say this also right now, because I noticed I'm moving pretty quickly, and I will say, you know, I started moving pretty quick with this clipper, and it didn't give me no issues. You know, sometimes when you move a little faster, the hair clogs, but that didn't happen. Like I said, as of right now, that hasn't happened to me yet. So as of right now, you know, everything is good with this clipper so far. Now I have no guard on my clipper, and I'm just gonna adjust that lever closed. I started off with the clipper open, and I'm just gonna tap them dark areas with that clipper at different levels and different notches. And here's my trimmer getting rid of that bottom line. All right, so now we're gonna saturate the hair once again, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some clipper over comb work. And my lever is open. And for this hair to be that wet, like, the clipper was cutting really well. Like, there's been some clippers I use that when the hair is wet, it doesn't want to cut the hair, but this clipper got down even on wet hair, so that's a good thing. All right, guys, so that's basically it for this video. I am gonna show y'all me lining them up in the front, but I didn't record anything else after this. This video was just basically me showing y'all the Alpha from STYLECRAFT, letting y'all know my initial thoughts on it. As of right now, I think this is a great clipper. I will be giving an extensive review after a whole week of using it. But this is the haircut I did with it, guys. Y'all let me know about this cut in the comments, whether y'all liked it or not. Make sure y'all like this video, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe one time for your boy. Let's go. I appreciate y'all, YouTube. Until next time.